Good morning, doctor, and good morning, everyone. My name is BAI JIN, and my matrix number is GS63627. Here is the presentation of my dissertation. The topic of my dissertation, my research, is the exploring digital leadership experiences among Chinese high school teachers. And I'm going to share the research proposal from chapter 1 to chapter 3. The chapter 1 introduction. And the first is the background of this research. The first background is that digital education is increasingly valued by the Chinese government and schools. Because from 2010, and there are so many policies emphasize the importance of the digital education, and also point out that digital technology should be given attention. And the second background is that teachers' digital leadership plays an important role in promoting digital education. So there are so many researchers believe that leadership should be shared with teachers, because the days of the principal and the sole instructional leader are over. Also, there are so many policies by the Ministry of Education of China mention that the habit of teachers in digital teaching, the ability of teachers to use modern digital technology. So the digital education requires teachers to have digital leadership. Therefore, improving teachers' digital leadership is the main way to realize the digital education. And the third is about the status quo of digital leadership among school teachers in China. Due to the influence of factors such as history, culture, and economic development, there are so many gaps in the development of education and other undertakings in different regions of China. So, although some high schools pay attention to the assessment of teachers' digital leadership, but they still ignore the importance of teachers' digital leadership in the school environment and the digital professional development leadership. So it makes teachers have an unbalanced teacher self-development and a weak digital leadership among Chinese high school teachers. And next is problem statement. The China's college entrance examination system has lasted for 70 years, which makes many excellent high schools have emerged in China. The traditional high school Chinese education is a teacher-centered, exam-oriented education. But recent years, more and more teachers in China's high school were regarded as have a boring teaching style. So they are becoming less and less popular with students, which makes students to hate learning, and students' psychology is becoming more and more serious. So many teachers are still unable to adapt to the digital classroom format, which makes them unable to ensure the effective combination of teaching and the digital classroom formats. Class performance of students is getting worse and worse, and student performance in the college entrance examination is also seriously affected in context of China. So the research question of this study is, first, what are the experiences among Chinese high school teachers related to digital leadership practices? And the second is how to benefit and develop Chinese high school teachers' digital leadership. Based on the research questions, there are three objectives I want to achieve. First is to understand the current status quo of digital leadership among high school teachers in China. That means the digital leadership among high school teachers in China is which level. And the second is to understand the reasons for the current lack of digital leadership among Chinese high school teachers. And the last is to propose some strategies or some pathways to improve the status quo of digital leadership among high school teachers. So the theoretical significance in this research is this study makes contribution to the digital leadership field by doing qualitative digital leadership research that has not been addressed in previous literature in China, which will fill the gap in the current research on high school teachers' digital leadership in China. And the practical significance is this research will help Chinese high school teachers find the reasons for their lack of digital leadership and improve digital leadership according to improvement suggestions put forward in this research, and help teachers adapt to the development of the times, develop their abilities, and improve the overall quality of education in school. So, the scope of this study explores digital leadership. To this end, this study will also cover a development of teacher leadership between 2000 and 2021. The empirical research in this study is limited to 3 high schools located across China, in which the opinions of 3 teachers were studied in interviews. Further, the study also attempts to analyze the reason and improvement measures for the weak digital leadership of Chinese high school teachers. Therefore, the scope of their study is limited to Chinese high school teachers, and more especially teachers who teach in Chinese high school. The second chapter is the literature review. I'm going to talk about the literature review from 4 parts: leadership, teachers' digital leadership, and the theoretical framework. So when it comes to leadership, compared with leaders, leadership is more focused on ability of leaders to achieve goals. But some researchers believe that leadership is not only an ability, but also process of ability implementation. Therefore, most of the research on leadership has focused on the elements of leadership, types of leadership, and the identification and training of leadership. And next, when it comes to teachers' leadership, the term teachers' leadership was first proposed in educational journals in the 1950s. In the 1980s, the rise of education reform in Western countries promoted the development of teachers' leadership, which made teachers' leadership truly valued. Therefore, most of the research on teachers' leadership are focused on the theoretical basis of teachers' leadership, components of teachers' leadership, factors of influencing teachers' leadership, and pathways to promote teachers' leadership. And next, when it comes to teachers' digital leadership, teachers' digital leadership is teachers' effective integration of diversified digital technologies or digital concepts into traditional classroom, teaching management, and extracurricular guidance and management of students, so as to realize the organic combination of digital technology method and teaching. Most of the studies on teachers' digital leadership are focused on the components of teachers' digital leadership, pathways to promote teachers' digital leadership. And also, I do some literature review based on the digital leadership about the current situation on teachers' digital leadership in China, and also some policies on teachers' digital leadership in China. And the last part of the chapter 2 is the theoretical framework. The theoretical framework is based on the teachers' digital leadership. The chapter 3 is methodology. This chapter discusses the research conduct procedures, including study design, sampling of participant and study location, research instrument, data collection, analysis, and research ethics. To explore the experiences in digital leadership and benefit the practice of digital leadership among high school teachers in China, the research will conduct qualitative research grounded in an interpretivist paradigm. And this study will be conducted in mainland China. According to the degree of economy and educational development, China can be divided into Eastern, Central, and Western. Among them, there are 12 provinces in the East, 9 provinces in the middle, and 10 provinces in the West. According to Xiaoxiang Morning News, by 2021, there are 24,500 high schools in China with plenty of high school teachers. So the study population was the teachers who were employed to teach in high school in China. I'm going to use the stratified sampling method and random sampling method. Here is the details, the numbers of sample teachers. One is from the Ganchuan High School in China in Eastern China, and one sample teacher is from Harbin No. 18 High School in Heilongjiang Province in Central China, and one is from Xi'an High School in Shanxi Province in Western China. The research instrument is semi-structured interviews and unstructured observation. The conditions for data collection will be almost the same. Each interview will take about 1 hour to conduct for all teachers in Chinese high school. The interview will be conducted online using Zoom, and the observation will be conducted online too. Observations are made in the classroom of each sample teacher, and each teacher observes the number of times of 3 classes, so as to ensure the real situation of the classroom can be experienced personally. And I'm going to record the data by video recording and note-taking. The data obtained from research will be analyzed using thematic analysis. And the thematic analysis employed was half inductive and half deductive in approach. The data will be processed to code. All data will be read and reread. So I also use the MATLAB to analyze those code and elements of findings. At the beginning of data collection, I will show my student card. Data will be collected upon obtaining consent. All interviews will conducted online to ensure the privacy of the interviewees. And I will promise that all records will be displayed in the individual's dissertation. During the observation, the observed teacher will be promised not to be disturbed the normal classroom order due to entering the classroom. And here is the interview guideline of my dissertation sample questions. That's all. Thank you.